what the black man and woman needs to know about the nation, about the world, about themselves. Muhammad Speaks It. To order your 12-issue subscription to Muhammad Speaks newspaper, 313-371-7033. 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie is the grand champion of all bean pies. The rich flavor and smooth texture takes this pie to a whole new level of delicious. One bite and you'll understand why people all over the country call daily to order Kareem Bean Pie. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie.
This bean pie is delicious.
Muhammad Speaks presents Messenger Elijah Muhammad's Teachings by Minister Khalil Shabazz every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. at Muhammad's Temple of Islam, 12609 East McNichols Road in Detroit.
Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, sole Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and Thee alone seek for Thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path of those upon whom Thou bestow Thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom Thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard Thy teachings. Say He, Allah is one God. Allah is He of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is He begotten, there is none like Him. And I bear witness that none deserve to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is Thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. We like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that extended us the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. We have Brother Mustafa and Sister Sharice Ali from Ohio. We have Brother Kareem Muhammad of New Jersey. We have Brother Captain Hakeem and the Believers in Richmond. And we got Sister Hala Brooks of California. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, in the name of His last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Today we like to talk about the understanding of Christmas comes from Muhammad. Because this generation tries to sweep the messenger under the rug. We try to act like all of this understanding that we have just was always out there. This is Bishop talking about Christmas. Not everybody just know that Christmas is pagan. And what they try to do to try to bypass the messenger is they try to get these old books and these authors that wrote something about Christmas being pagan that's before 1930s to bypass the messenger. But let's go to the messenger. And the year I like to go to is 1965. Because 1965 is when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made our December fast public. He wrote about it in the Muhammad Speaks newspaper. And this is why I love to start with 1965. This comes from the December 3rd, 1965, Muhammad Speaks, and it says, why and how we fast in December. The first thing we see that the messenger always teaches, it says, what Allah, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, has revealed to me. That's always number one. We always got to keep the messenger, Allah and the messenger, out front. Because these are the two that we do it for. Allah and the messenger. Because we owe it to them. It was Allah, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, who came July 4th, 1930, to Black Bottom, Detroit. And the messenger taught us he came alone. He came alone seeking to save that which is lost. Because the messenger didn't teach us that the truth was just absent. He said the white man hid the truth from the black man. That's what we got to say to niggas like Bishop Nathan. The truth was already here, nigga. It's just you didn't know. That's the point.
Yes, sir.
The truth was here.
Yes.
The white man knew the truth. The scientists and the scholars knew the truth. The historians knew the truth. But the black man didn't know the truth. Because it was hidden from us.
Yes, sir.
The messenger taught. He said the white man wrote the Bible to hide the truth from the black man.
Yes, sir.
I got some more flack from some more Muslims this week about saying that the white man wrote the Bible. That's why I see why most of these Muslims don't say nothing to bus stop. They get embarrassed. The messenger taught that the white man rewrote. Let me say his exact. He said the white man rewrote the Bible. He commercialized on the Bible. And the way they hid the truth in the Bible was to put it under signs and symbols.
Yes.
That's how the white man hid the truth from the black man.
Yes, sir.
In the Bible. Gotta say it for these Muslims too. Because I got to make it clear. I'm not against a Muslim at all. But if we gotta get to you to get through to bus stop, we gonna hit you by trying to hit him.
Yes.
You just in the way.
That's right.
But the messenger taught us that the truth was hidden. The white man did such a good job of hiding the truth. The only way we would know is that God had to come.
Yes, sir.
So that's why the messenger, every time he tells us something, he never forgets to let us know what Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad has revealed to me. It says, I have chosen for quite a few years the month of December for my followers to fast as in the month of Ramadan. It serves as a sign that we, the lost found nation, are the end of all signs pertaining to the pilgrimage and fast in the month of Ramadan. We fast the 12th month of the Christian year to relieve ourselves of the once worship of that month as the month in which Jesus was born. It is now known and agreed upon by the scholars and scientists of religion that nothing of the kind took place 2,000 years ago. Very important. Because niggas like Bishop, they gonna bypass the message and act like this is something that you always know, or it's not something that he revealed to us. Because the messenger makes it plain. He says, the scholars and scientists of religion that nothing of the kind took place too. He didn't say like, oh, they didn't know. He's saying they knew. They know that nothing of the kind took place too, but you didn't know. That's what we got to get understood.
Yes.
We didn't know.
Right.
Because the white man hid the truth from the black man. Only way we know is because God came.
Yes.
He came and raised the messenger. Because the messenger taught us nobody wanted us. The Jews didn't want us. The Christians didn't want us. The Muslims didn't want us. Because I'm actively now arguing with Christians. They went and got this black Orthodox Muslim to try to come against me in my talk about the messenger. So the Orthodox Muslim Say, Elijah Muhammad didn't bring Islam to the black man. It was already Muslims here. That's what the Orthodox Muslims say. When Muslims came to America, they came as merchants. They didn't come to spread Islam. So the Orthodox Muslim, whether he was an African, whether he was an Arab, he would see the condition of the black man and walk on past. He would see the black man eating hard. He a Muslim. He'll walk on past. That's why the messenger taught us in the Bible about the Good Samaritan. We never understood. We thought it was talking about Jesus. But it's talking about Master Farad Muhammad. He is that Good Samaritan. The Christian walked on by. The Jew walked on by. The Orthodox Muslim walked but that Good Samaritan. He saw the condition of the black man. So he searched Detroit for a messenger. He found one. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So he taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad what he wanted to teach us. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, for 44 years, taught the black man Islam. He didn't teach us Orthodox Islam. Right. He taught us a new Islam. Let's get it straight. That's right. Because the old world of Islam ain't for us. That's right. We for the new world of Islam. The new world of Islam will be ruled by the black man. Messenger said the old world of Islam was ruled by the white man. That's who ruled. So when these Orthodox Muslims came, they was merchants. They came to set up businesses. They came to love the devil. When they set up a mosque, they wasn't trying to go out and convert the black man. They just set up a mosque for themselves. Right. But Master Farad Muhammad, that Good Samaritan, he didn't walk past the black man. He came to the black man. That's why the messenger, when he taught us about Christmas, we didn't know from a scholar. We didn't find out from the scientists of religion. We didn't find out from a historian. We found out from God in person. Yes, sir. That's why when we reference a book, we just reference the book. To let you know, to have something to bear witness to what the messenger taught. But we got it from him. That's right. We didn't get it from nobody else. So the messenger tells us. He said all the scientists of religion will agree that nothing happened 2,000 years ago on December 25th. So the messenger goes on. He says Jesus was born not in the month of December, but rather as God has revealed it and according to the seasons that history claims existed in that time, the first or second week in September. He says the Christians have many holidays which are used mostly for commercialization. They buy wine, whiskey, and beer, and fatten up pigs and hogs for the kill, and roast this divinely prohibited flesh to celebrate what the Christians call the birth of the Son of Man. Jesus and all the prophets have condemned such things as drunkenness and the eating of swine flesh. Where was niggas like Busta? I'm going to stay on this nigga. I was born to stay on him. That's how I feel. Because I be looking at the Muslims like, why don't no Muslims say nothing to this nigga? I be at home puzzled. When I first heard this nigga one time, I couldn't stop watching this nigga. So I thought, it's because other Muslims don't know that this nigga exists. So I went to the World Wide Web. Since this nigga on the World Wide Web, but I I'ma go to the Muslims on and look at this nigga Bishop. I thought we was about to start tag teaming this nigga. So when I started posting what this nigga say about the messenger, Muslims started attacking me. So after so long of this happening, I'm thinking, is there something wrong with me? That's how these nigga Muslims will get you. You start thinking, wait a minute. They believe, I believe. Why am I so passionate about what this nigga's saying against the messenger, but they ain't? Maybe it's something wrong with me. So you try to say, well, I ain't gonna really say nothing too much about him. I'm just gonna try to keep going. But when you love the message, you can't just act like you don't hear a nigga who mind washing him week after week. So I finally say, ain't nothing wrong with me, it's something wrong with them.
Yes, sir.
So now I don't even care. I'm gonna talk about this nigga every week.
Yes.
As much as this nigga talk about the messenger, I'm talking about him. Don't care who like it. Don't care who agree. Don't care who support. I'm doing it for Allah and the messenger. Make it clear. So the messenger teaching us about Christmas. We never thought nothing about when we had these Christmas get-togethers with our family. We talking about Jesus, but we eating hog. We got whiskey. We got wine. We got beer. They commercializing on Jesus. We never thought about that until the messenger taught us. The white man knew. The historians knew. The scientists of religion knew, but we didn't know. They was pulling a fast one on the black man. So the messenger taught the Muslims, this is what we gonna do. We gonna stop participating in the whole month of December. We gonna fast. Messenger say it's not really a fast. He said a fast is 24 or at least 24 hours. Because we fast every day. But he talked about, let me get this right. I know he said that fasting, if we gonna fast, it has to be 48 hours. But we eat one meal a day. So we already don't eat for 24 hours already. But the Muslims in they fast of Ramadan just say from sun up to sundown. That's not a fast. But the messenger said for us, as black people in America, we're going to take December as our Ramadan fast. And through the daylight hours, we're not going to eat no land meat. Not going to drink nothing. Just to get us away from the false worship of Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Where was a nigga Israelite? Wasn't nowhere to be found. But let's keep going. The messenger goes on. He says the act that they carry on for the celebration of Jesus' birth, is perfect for Nimrod, who actually was born on the 25th of December, according to the scientists and historians, as well as the words of God himself spoken to me. So he constantly lets us, they know, but you didn't know.
Right.
You've been celebrating and worshiping the 25th day of December as but you've been made a fool. They know. They hate Jesus. They tried to kill Jesus. So they know that it ain't Jesus. They love Nimrod.
Right.
They know that's Nimrod, but you didn't know. But today, the nigga Israelite, since the Muslims, as the messenger say, done slacked on the job. That's what the messenger said. Slack on the job. We didn't got slack. We didn't got soft, as the messenger said. In 1966, in the Muhammad Speaks newspaper, The messenger told them 1960s brothers. He said, you like to be soft and kind to the hypocrites. Now, if the messenger would say that to them 1960s brothers, what you think he would say to these chicken-hearted nigger Muslims today?
Yes, right.
You think he would be satisfied if he told them in 1966, after we seen all that happened with Malcolm? Messenger go to them like, y'all soft on these hypocrites. That wasn't nothing. Y'all soft on these hypocrites. I had to have a laborers meeting to find y'all like to be soft and kind to the hypocrite. He said, but you would have to learn the hard way. That's what's happening. We learning the hard way. We got niggas out here now just completely mud washing our religion. But they stealing everything the messenger taught. Now the nigga Israelite talking about, have you been celebrating Nimrod's birth? That's the nigga Israelite. The same bootlicking, small hat wearing nigga who wasn't doing nothing in the 60s. Now he telling us, could you be worshiping Nimrod? That's what the messenger taught.
Right.
That's why I continue to leave the history out front for everybody to see.
We appreciate it.
All praise due to Allah. The messenger said history is best qualified to reward our research.
Yes.
He said, because if you don't know what happened yesterday, you won't know what's going on today.
Yes.
So let's keep going. We don't want to miss a beat. So the messenger says, he says the act that carry on for the celebration of Jesus' birth is perfect for Nimrod, who actually was born on the 25th of December, according to the scientists and historians, as well as the words of God himself spoken to me. He says Nimrod was an enemy of God and one who came in the last 300 years of the 2,000 years of Moses. He led the white man against the laws of Moses and the worship of Allah. He, Nimrod, wanted them to worship idols and that which was other than God, as they did in ancient Rome. So the messenger goes on. He teaches us about Nimrod. Where was a nigger Jew? The nigger Jew walked past the black man. We don't have no nigger Jews in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, going out in the community trying to teach the black man about Christmas. All you had was the messenger. That's why these niggas hate them, and we hate these niggas too.
Yes.
We gotta make that clear too. You hate Allah and the messenger. All Muslims who love Allah and the messenger hate you.
That's right.
You want to destroy Allah and the messenger. All the Muslims who love Allah and the messenger want to destroy you.
That's right.
Whatever you want to do, that's what we want to do too.
Yes, sir.
We got to make it plain. Because the hypocrites then took over. The chief hypocrite, Louis Eugene. Messenger taught us about hypocrites. He said hypocrites hate Allah and the messenger.
Yes.
They hate him. This hypocrite, Louis Eugene, hate Allah and the messenger. The way I know for a fact, he hate Allah. I be watching this hypocrite. He on his call. He have I seen the last time he called all these FOI to have some meeting with him. I'm going to show the picture on the video to show what kind of hypocrite he is. All the brothers in there had on brown uniforms. This hypocrite come in there with a blue suit on. Now, to them, you love a hypocrite, that don't stand out to you. But to me, who love the messenger, who watch the messenger, I don't just watch him as a spectator. I watch him like he my father that I never got to meet. So I look at how he walk, how he talk, how he dress, how he act, what he say. Everything about him I observe. Like a father, I wish I could just shake his hand. So after I observed the messenger, saw him in his FOI uniform all the time. When he had his FOI uniform on, all the brothers got theirs on too. When he got his suit and bow tie on, all the brothers. So I'm looking at this hypocrite like how they got on brown FOI uniforms and you got on a blue suit. That's a hypocrite. So while I'm watching this hypocrite with all these thousands of brothers, he ain't said nothing about Bishop. Hold me. That let me know he's a hypocrite.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't be me. I'd have called the meeting for this nigga bus stop. If all them brothers like Khalil, you feel like Khalil following the messenger and we want to be with Khalil. I'm talking about Bishop.
Right.
All the time.
Yes, sir.
Be like, brothers, y'all heard what Bishop done said about the messenger? We gonna let this nigga get away every week.
Yes, sir.
Just like that's what a believer would do. That's what he used to do when he was with the messenger. Farrakhan used to egg on fights. Brothers would fight people talking. He would come back and egg it on. He would report back to them. Look at what the brothers did for Muhammad. Now this hypocrite don't say nothing in defense of the message. But let's keep going. So the messenger told us about Ramadan. He told us that December, or the 12th month of the year, is the December fast for the Muslims. Because he wanted to get us away from the false worship of Jesus.
Yes.
The messenger was by himself. Wasn't nobody joining in with him. They thought he was teaching hate. The Muslims always trying to spoil our fun. So the messenger just had the Muslims be an example. Put the clean glass next to the dirty glass. Eventually they'll see the difference. So the messenger told us on this month. He said in this month, we should keep our minds on Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, my God and your God, and my Savior and Deliverer, and your Savior and Deliverer, to whom be praise forever, for giving us life after our mental death for the past 400 years. So on this month, Muslims say, we keeping our mind on Master Farad Muhammad. But while we faking, this nigga bus stop dogging Master Farad Muhammad. How we got him on our mind? When this nigga talking about Nimrod. Master Farad Muhammad ain't talking to no Jews telling them about, he came to the message. So if this our month of Ramadan, we staying away from the false worship of Jesus, and we know what the messenger taught. He told us who taught him.
Yes.
He told us on this month, keep Master Farad Muhammad on your mind. My God and your God. My Savior and Deliverer and your Savior and Deliverer. Let's go to what he said. His exact words. He said, in this month, we should keep our minds on Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, my God and your God, and my Savior and Deliverer and your Savior and Deliverer, to whom be praise forever, for giving us life after our mental death for 400 years. He gave us life. Not a nigga Jew. Now, if we supposed to keep our mind on him all month, why ain't no Muslim saying nothing to this nigga? Just a question. But let's keep going. Now, to get a full understanding of 1965, We got to go and see what was the white Jews saying about Christmas and what was the black Christians saying about Christmas. We want to get a good understanding of 1965. This comes from the December 18th, 1965 Press and Sun Bulletin. This comes from Birmingham, New York. The reason why I wanted to stay with New York, but Stop Bishop and them people was in New York. Oh, Abba Bivens, Yaquab and them, Rabbi Man. That's why I specifically chose New York. To show you what these boot-licking nigga Jews was doing. It's because we want to see, where did we get this knowledge from? We didn't get it from the historians. We didn't get it from the scientists of religion. Where did we get it from? So this article is called Dedication to Freedom. It says some Jewish authorities say added weight has been given to Hanukkah as a result of the Christian observance of Christmas. The military victory of the Maccabees, wrote Rabbi Herbert Werner, this the white man. This ain't the black Jew. This the white Jew. He said more weight has been given to Hanukkah because of these Christians and the way they worship in Christmas. That's what the white Jew was saying. So let's keep going. He says the military victory of the Maccabees, wrote Rabbi Herbert Weiner, was never meant by the rabbis to evoke the commotion and enthusiasm which it receives today. So this lets you know the white Jews wasn't talking against Christmas. So how was the black man in 1965 to know that Christmas is pagan? That Christmas is a pagan practice? How was we to know that it's a false worship of Jesus when we get alcohol, when we drink wine and beer, when we eat hog? How was we to know in 1960? Where was the nigga Jew? Because the white Jew says more weight has been put, because Hanukkah was never intended to be this big festival. But it has become that because it falls on the same month Christmas fall on. So now more weight has been added to this holiday. So he goes on to say, he says the military victory of the Maccabees, wrote Rabbi Herbert Weiner, was never meant by the rabbis to evoke the commotion and enthusiasm which it receives today. But what can the Jewish parent do when his child sees all the glitter of Christmas? Buy the Jewish child a Christmas tree. That's the Jew. That's the white Jew. So how was we to know? The white Jews, the scholars of religion, they know that Jesus was not born on the 25th day of December. He know that for a fact. Messenger says the historians know. Jesus was not born. Nimrod was born, but he going along with Christmas. He trying to mix Christmas and Hanukkah together. Yeah. That was the white Jew. Now let's go to the black man. We're talking about 1965. We got the Pittsburgh Carrier, December 25th, 1965. They got Merry Christmas. They got the Christmas carols. They got everything that all other black people have. Merry Christmas. Happy Holiday. Jesus is the reason for the season. How was we to know that Christmas was, who was telling us? How would we know? It even got a part that says, ever wonder how certain Christmas traditions began? It says, like sheep, we seem to fall into the pattern of doing certain things at Christmas time, thinking little about why we do it. Imagine that. You made a fool, but you don't know you a fool. This is an example of that. She's saying in here, we doing stuff at Christmas time and we don't even know why we doing. But she's saying it like we don't understand why the white man do the Christmas stuff. She not saying because it's pagan. She said we just following them as sheep and we need to get even a better understanding is pretty much what she's saying. Because she didn't know it was pagan. She didn't know it was evil. She didn't know that it was a false worship of Jesus. So she's trying to get the black man even deeper into the paganism. So it goes on to say, she says, like sheep, we seem to fall into the pattern of doing certain things at Christmas time, thinking little about why we do or how the tradition began. First, let's find out what the title of the day means. The French say Noel. The Spanish refer to Navidad. The Italians say Natale. And the Germans say some German word. But Christmas in our part of the world is derived from the Old English term Christus Masse, or Christ Mass, a term first used in the 11th century. So she getting the black man deeper into the paganism. She telling you what the French say. She telling you what the Spanish say, what the Germans say. But in English, we say Christ Mass. She not telling you that this is a false word. She don't know. Nobody told her. Nobody but the messenger. But he the hate teacher. He the one that's spoiling everybody's fun. Well, let's keep on going. She says Saint Francis of Assisi, is generally credited with popularizing Christmas carols. It is said that he is also responsible for staging the first manger scene with real people and animals. Legend has it that the onlookers were so delighted with the pageant that they burst into spontaneous songs. Caroling then became as important to the early Christmas celebration as Christmas music is to us these modern times. So she break it down for the black man to give you a better understanding of the paganism.
Enjoying the show? Help keep us on the air. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033 to make a donation.
But she don't know. The white man know. The historians know. The scientists are really, but the black man did not know.
That's right.
Let's go on any further than that. Now let's go to White Plains, New York, where the nigger Jews were, the tough guys, the Bishop Nathaniel kind of niggas, the scared niggas in reality. But the nigger know it's safe in 2025 to be the tough nigger Jew. Everything is already done. God done came. His messenger done came and left. All the truth has been revealed. The white man don't care either way. He don't care no more. He don't even try to stop the black. We can say anything we want to say. He give us YouTube. We got Facebook. We got Instagram. We got the old radio if we want to get on the radio. We got everything. We got old newspapers. The white man give us all kinds. The nigga Jew can say something to Muslim, Farrakhan. Anybody. Say what you want to say. Because the messenger said, we will be left with no excuse. He said the white man gonna look at us when we try to use an excuse and say, nigga, did not let him teach it. I let him teach it all over the radio, in the newspaper. Let him do what he wanted to do. That's what the white man gonna say. He gonna try to save his own scheme. So the nigga Jews now. In White Plains, New York, December 18th, 1965. You see the little black boy with his white classmates. It says, with a sleigh full of toys. Christmas Eve has been depicted by the first grade students of Miss Rosemary DePaul at Ridgeway School in a cut paper mural of Santa and his reindeer flying over a little town. The business at hand is serious according to the expression of small designers. From left, Karen Kowak, David Frawley, Miriam Ferner, and Gerald Mayban. That's the little brother's name. Little brother named Gerald. Gerald don't know nothing about Christmas being a false worship of Jesus. This is where the nigger Jews, most of the nigger Jews was in New York. Let's go on even further than that. Now let's go to the messenger. This is one of my favorite pictures, Black Jesus. Because the messenger say, I be the winner, whether I'm living or dead. You see Jane, little Michael, thank you. Michael Evans, teaching his mom. Where did Michael Evans read it from? The Muhammad Speaks.
I read about it in the Muhammad Speaks.
Even the children was reading Muhammad Speaks. Children come on, hey mama, you know Jesus black. No, he ain't. Yeah, he is. I read it in the, look how she looking, like I ain't never heard that. Getting taught by her child, who was reading the Muhammad Speaks. Because little Gerald, he going to church. Preacher ain't telling. Nigger Jew ain't telling. White Jew ain't nobody telling him nothing. But when he get to that Muhammad Speaks, let's give an example. In 1973, the messenger had been talking about Christmas so long by himself. He started coming out with progress sections. He'll write an article, then he'll come out with a progress section just to show little cartoons about Jesus, and it's not on the 24th, 5th of December. All by himself. So this is the progress section. He already wrote an article, 2-page article. Been doing it since the 30s. Now he's saying, let me do it in a progress section. Come up with new ideas of how to get to the black man. So this progress section, it says the truth about Christmas. Nimrod's birth, not Jesus. Where was the nigger Jew? Messenger only had 2 more years to live. He done been talking about this now for over 40 years. All by himself.
Yes, sir.
But now we act like I ain't learned it from him. I learned it from this book. This historian. This place and that place. It wasn't from Elijah Muhammad. So on the next page, it says Jesus was not born December 25th. Mr. Muhammad teaches us. Not a Jew. Not a historian. Not this, but Mr. Muhammad teaches us that Jesus was born between the 1st and 2nd week in September. Praise due to Allah. Then another page in the progress section. It says Nimrod born December 25th. Then the messenger got the white Joseph, white Jesus, and white Mary. He said you are actually celebrating the birth of Nimrod, one of the most wicked rulers of the white race. Then the messenger starts showing us about how we wasteful spending. It says, so you go out and spend your hard-earned money with white people. This the messenger. This one was my favorite one. Because the messenger used to throw shots at them brothers in the 70s with all them big clown hats and big platform shoes. It says, we make a fool out of ourselves by jumping up and worshiping days and people the white slave master and his children say we are to worship. Then you got the brother with the big hat with a case of beer. Then you turn around on the other side, and this is for the little brothers. Just like Michael Evans. This was the part for him. Show him that your mama and daddy really the ones who Santa Claus. They the ones who buying you these. Ain't no such thing as no Santa Claus riding on reindeer. None of that. For the little brother. So now, let's go and see what the black Jews was doing. This is the Buffalo Jewish Review. And this is out of New York. This is the thing that I love about the white man. He do keep good records. The same way we can bring you them interviews that the white man did with the messenger. We can show you what he was saying about old Rabbi. Let's show the picture. This Rabbi Wentworth A. Matthews. Notice he got a Torah scroll. He ain't got no Bible. That's one of the main points that I hate that we don't say to this nigga bishop. Why he ain't holding up the Bible like this? Why he just holding up a Torah? Because before niggas like Bishop Nathan, Jews do not accept Jesus or the New Testament. They only accept the Torah. Only reason why niggas like Bishop now accept the Bible because they copying from the messenger. That's why I'm going to stay on this nigga. The Holy Quran says, hurl truth and falsehood until you knock out his brain. It ain't say just say a few words to the false. No, knock the nigga brains out. I want to be a thorn in that nigga's side. I think that nigga listen.
Yeah,
the nigga don't respond. Nigga don't say nothing. I don't care. You start getting crazy for Muhammad. You just start loving him so much. You see what he done. You see ain't nobody, in my opinion, saying nothing. So you gotta get crazy with it. I don't care if I don't care if I get one view. One person about to hear every week about this nigga bishop. Messages say you writing your book.
right.
I want my book to say I ain't love no nigga who ain't love the message.
That's right.
I ain't one of these old my black brother Muslims. No. You my brother. You my brother through Allah and the message. I ain't know nothing about no brotherhood till I read the messenger's teachings. Until I started following him. So when you hate him, I have no choice but to hate you.
Right.
Why is it all right for them niggas to hate the messenger, but we can't hate these niggas?
Right.
Why is it all right for these niggas to constantly verbally attack the messenger every week, but we can't verbally attack these niggas? That's how I feel. I want to encourage more Muslims to do it.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm with you. When Muslims get ready to start tag teaming these niggas, I'm with you.
Right.
I'm going to be the first one with you. We're going to continue. I don't want to have no unity with no Muslim if you don't want to fight Bishop Nathan. Let me just make it clear.
Yes, sir.
If you the kind of Muslim that just want to have unity taking pictures on Facebook, I don't want to have no unity with you. No disrespect. We just different kind of Muslims. We don't want to waste your time and we don't want you to waste our time.
Right.
I want to have unity with some brothers who want to fight this nigga.
Yes, sir.
Whatever way that nigga want to fight. For the message.
Yes.
Fight him with truth. That's all we got right now to fight. It's the truth.
That's right.
We don't got no whole lot of numbers. But I believe one day we will. And when we have them numbers, we gonna fight like brothers fight with numbers.
Right.
But right now, all we can do is hurl truth at falsehood.
Yes, sir.
So let's keep going. This is Rabbi Wentworth A. Matthews. This is Bus Stop Bishop and Abba Bivens and them rabbi. Before them niggas start copying from the message. He was the Elijah Muhammad of the black Jews. He had the oldest synagogue and he had the most black Jews in his congregation. This is Bishop Nathaniel's rabbi. Rabbi Bivens was in the temple or in the synagogue when this article was written, mind you. Now, the article is called Black Hebrews Emerge as Dynamic New Force. It says Rabbi Matthews noted with some disappointment that his ordination has not been recognized by the New York Board of Rabbis. The bootlicking niggas. But stop, Bishop, act like we always was teaching this. We ain't copying from. No, nigga, you copy. I'ma always be and I'ma remind them in a verbally attack kind of remind. I ain't gonna remind like, brother, you know. No, nigga, you know. You a lying nigga. That's how I'ma remind this nigga. Y'all was bootlicking in the 60s. Rabbi Whitworth, he said with disappointment, the white man don't accept me. I put in my papers. They rejected my papers. I ain't trying to help no black man at all. I want to be friends with the Jew. All these black people out here that will accept you, that you can help, that you can tell them the truth about Christmas. Tell them about kosher food. Stop eating hog. He don't do that. He put his application in for the white man. He said with disappointment, they rejected me.
Teach, brother minister.
Then it goes on to say, it says the board rejected Rabbi Matthews 11 years ago, the second time he applied for membership. So he say, the white man rejected my papers one time. So I'm going to resubmit my papers. He wasn't talking the tough nigga Jew talk that this nigga Bishop talking. We the true Jew and all that garbage. He was bootlicking. Buck dance. I want to be your brother. He wasn't talking that, the Bible say. He didn't go, he came with his Torah scrolls. He didn't tell him what the Bible say like this nigga Bishop do. Let's go on in first. It said the board rejected Rabbi Matthews 11 years ago, the second time he applied for membership. The board was not convinced by his certificate of ordination, which bears the signature in Hebrew, Aramaic, and English of the late Rabbi Josiah A. Ford. Who is he? It's this brother. To show you how much the white man was kicking these nigga Jews to the curb. Let's read it again. Because not only was Rabbi Matthews bootlicking, he thought, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get another black rabbi to co-sign me. Just like you buying a car and you go to the white man and you know you ain't got no money. You go get somebody to co-sign for you. You get the black man you think got the best credit. You want to I'll co-sign for you. So he went and got him. His co-sign. Signed his name in Hebrew, Aramaic, and English. White man looked at them niggas like, get out of here, nigga. Hell you think you is, nigga? We taught you Hebrew. You ain't impressing us, nigga. Get out of here, nigga. So it says, the board rejected Rabbi Matthews 11 years ago, the second time he applied for membership. The board was not convinced by his certificate of ordination, which bears the signature in Hebrew, Aramaic, and English of the late Rabbi Josiah A. Ford. Rabbi Matthews' predecessor as leader of the New York Ethiopian Hebrews. They didn't accept neither one of these two niggas. Now they big shots among the black Hebrew Israelites. They the big shots. But get out of here, nigga. Care nothing about that, nigga. We still don't accept you, nigga. The first or the second time. So, Rabbi, they wasn't tough in the 60s like they done got tough today. It say he said with disappointment. He should have learned his lesson. The first time, let's say he was ignorant. Because we all was ignorant. You give a man, you cut him some slack. He was a Jew. He thought the white man was his brother. So he go, because I can speak for myself. When I became a Muslim, I thought we was all Muslims. I went to Hamtramck, round them Arab Muslims, had my suit and bow tie on, just like how on, but anyway, had my suit and bow tie on. Thought we all Muslims. I say, Assalamu alaikum. The Arab Muslim looked me in my face, didn't say nothing. He was standing with a black man who was a Orthodox Muslim. He was one of them ones who dyed his beard red. One of them kind. So I'm like, they ain't got to never worry about, I don't never no more give no Arab Muslims no greeting. I don't care. If they give me the greeting, the message say you supposed to return the greeting. That's what I was thinking. If I get a greeting, you gonna return the greeting. Right. Look me in my face. Didn't say it. I learned my lesson. Yes. We ain't the same. He a different kind. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at him. Now I know I ain't giving him the greetings no more. Right. But old Rabbi, he tried again. After he tried again, he said it with disappointment. He still got high hopes that one day the white Jew might accept us. So then, not only do you got Rabbi Matthews with this Torah, you also got Abba Bivens with the Torah. The same Torah that the white man got. But nigga, Nathaniel, he be always talking about what the Bible, why they didn't know what the Bible said. Why they couldn't go to the white Jew say, this what the Bible say about the black man. He didn't do that. He went with his papers. He went with because he went to the Jewish Theological Seminary. All that. He had his certification he probably thought with his congregation before he went, yeah, I'm about to go down to the white folks and we about to be in with them. Oh! Then he got to come back with bad news. They denied us. Then the next time he say, you know what? I made a mistake. I need to put his signature on it. That's what I'm going to do this time. Oh, praise is due to the Most High. Now he got to come back 2 times with bad news. That was a nigga Jew. Yes, just like Dr. coming back with bad news. But the messengers say, don't go or you not want. To hell with this cracker. You better than the white man. Yes. That's what we got to know about the Jew. Mm-hmm. These niggas, before they start copying off the message, you wasn't chosen because you black. You was chosen because you a Jew. We got to remember that. Messenger taught us, you special because you black.
That's right.
He didn't teach us we special because we a Jew. We special because we a Muslim. We special because we a Christian. He said the black man in the mud. Every time you look into the face of a black man, you looking at God.
That's right.
We ain't going to nobody and begging for nothing. If you don't want us, we don't want you. That was the message. Yeah. He was the one. They gave a black man a badge of honor just for being black.
That's right.
Not for being a Jew. That's why these niggas didn't know how to come to the white man with the Bible. Messenger said the white man hid the truth in the Bible. He said the way the white man wrote it, he said it will make you think that salvation salvation is of the Jews. Salvation ain't of the Jews. The Jews is the white race.
That's right.
But the black man, he is the one who's God's chosen people. Let's go on even further with the message. Because I got one more thing to read about this article. Can't leave this part out. It says one of Rabbi Matthew's most outspoken supporters and an advocate of wider recognition for non-white Jews is Rabbi Irvin J. Block. Who is Irvin J. Block? The white Jew. The white Jew say, wait a minute, y'all. Let's cut these niggas some slack. We need to start recognizing these niggas. We need to recognize old Matthews. White man was like, we ain't recognizing this nigga. To hell with him. We Jews, we don't see these niggas as Jews. So, Rabbi Block became his hardest advocate and support. Just like how Dr. King had all them white priests and preachers joining the Jews used to do it to the Christians and the black Jews. That's why the messenger taught us. He said some devils are better than others. That's why I ain't impressed with this nigga bishop. Now they coming at the Jew. The Jew been the most quote unquote friendly white man in the history of the white man. The Ku Klux Klan, that's why they hated Jews. Because they felt like the Jew wasn't hard enough on niggas. That's what the white man hated the Jew for. He always advocating black people. He advocate for the black Jew. He joined the NAACP and try to help the black man there. The white Ku Klans hated Jews. We need to kill them with the nigga. We hard on niggas. So now Bishop Nathan, the fake tough coward chump nigga, who C. Farrakhan done totally changed the Nation of Islam. The white man don't care no more. So now he go hard on the white Jew. The friendliest white man, you had the white man in the Ku Klux Klan. You had the white man in the police department. You had the white man who was in the mafia. You had the white man in the FBI. The white man, the white Jew was the most friendly. So Bishop Nathaniel wait till 2024 to get tough and talk hard to a Jew. But let's go on even further. One more point I don't want to miss. This is the Messenger's article in 1973 about Christmas. This is what he said about Jesus. He said, not a man on earth knows that day, because it was not mentioned according to Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, the God of the righteous and of truth. The way that he has taught us of Jesus' history makes sense. His birth could not have been made known, since the authority of his time was intending to kill him. They knew that he was not coming to help them. They got a little mixed up in his appearance, or looking for the birth of a mighty one to come and change the Jews' government and people for hellfire. That's the first point. This why these nigger Jews, they couldn't go to the white man talking all of that. This what the Bible say. Because in reality, Jews are the enemies of God. Right. Jews murdered all the prophets. They murdered prophets, they persecuted prophets. So Jews was a religion. It wasn't a race. Jews was just a religion. So the nigger Jew wanted to be a part of the white man's religion. But the messenger taught us about the Jew. Jesus thought he could convert the Jew. But the messenger said he learned their history. He learned that they're a race of death. Let's go on with let's get his exact words. So he said, though Jesus, as God taught me, was actually believing that he could convert the Jews until he learned the history of the Jews. Then he changed his mind and denounced them as being a race of devils, and his word of truth had no place in them because there was no truth in them by nature. So this is what the messenger taught about the Jew. They really are people who are wicked by nature. Jesus, when he said, "Year of your father, the devil," he wasn't talking about Jews as a religion. He was talking about the Jews as a race of people.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what the messenger taught. Jesus at first, he went into the Jews like Muhammad did, thinking you can convert. Messengers say all the prophets have tried. That's why that nigga bishop, when he go around them people who don't know, they talk about how Prophet Muhammad first used to turn to Jerusalem to pray. That's a fact. He had to learn like Jesus learned. Messengers say it grieved Muhammad that he couldn't convert the devil. He had to learn. So Allah let him have his time among the Jews like Jesus had. Because the messenger even said with him, he said, Master Farad Muhammad would say stuff in such a way. He said he would hardly say anything direct. He said he would say it in a way where you had to learn what he was talking about. So Jesus had to learn. Muhammad had to learn that the devil is 100% wicked and evil. So Muhammad used to turn to Jerusalem with the Jews to pray. But just like Jesus, he learned. They are a race of devils. The truth ain't in them. So Allah told him to turn to Mecca to pray. He didn't tell him to turn to Jerusalem because the Jews is chosen. He wanted Muhammad to learn. Just like Jesus had to learn. Moses had to. All the prophets had to learn. That's why the messenger said, you will be left with no excuse. He said, all the prophets have tried to conform the devil or convert him. They all failed. So everybody, all the scientists, he said, have agreed that the only solution is to take them off the planet. Jesus was the last prophet sent to the Jews. Muhammad had to learn. So let's go on even further with the message. He said no one actually knows what day it was, but it was the first part of the month of September, because as I have foresaid, the Jews were watching for his birth to kill him, but they were mistaken. The one that he was actually taken for to be, Jesus was not that one. He said they thought that Jesus of 2,000 years ago was the Mahdi, the great Messiah that they called the Christ or the Messiah coming at the end of their time to destroy them and set up another kingdom of that gods like him. God taught me that the 25th day of December is the day of the birth of Nimrod, and that the scientists know that this is Nimrod's birth. Let's talk about that as we wrap it up. The white man, the reason why they murdered the prophets, because they was expecting the Messiah. They was expecting that good Samaritan, that one who wouldn't pass the black man by. They was expecting him. They knew that they only had 6,000 years to rule.
That's right.
So the historians knew. The scientists of religion knew. They all knew that the 25th day of December ain't even Jesus' birth. Just like they know Jesus ain't the Messiah. But they let the black man believe. Especially now. After the messenger done came. They let niggas, they don't even, this nigga bishop. In my conclusion. Them niggas, they got the daughters of Sarah. Them niggas be telling them, one day the white man gonna come and try to kill us. That's what ain't no one day. When the messenger wasn't no, he telling us one day the white man gonna come and try. They were trying to kill the messenger from day one. This coward chump nigga trying to make them sisters think they revolutionaries. Think them niggas is risking their life because they standing on a corner reading the Bible. Them niggas ain't risking their life no more than the black man at the bus stop catching it. Right. Them niggas ain't risk, but this nigga bus stop, this chump coward nigga. One day the white man gonna come. Shut up, nigga. God came.
Yes, sir.
Praise the messenger. Because this is who the Jews was expecting. God in person. The one who would tell us the truth that they hid for 6,000 years. That's why the Bible, when it talks about Jesus, it says the Good Samaritan. It talks about the priest and the Jew passed them by. But the Good Samaritan had compassion on him. Yes. That's talking about the black man. The white man knew it. The historian, but we didn't know. Right. Until the messenger came. That's right. The messenger say he got acquainted with Master Farad Muhammad in 1931. In 1931, that's when the messenger began to teach Islam. Yeah. He taught Islam for 44 years. He died in 1975. Yeah. He taught us to hold on to Islam. He said, I can't promise you no smooth going. He said, but I can promise you one thing, you will be the winner. So every week when I talk about this nigga bishop, I believe that one day we gonna be the winner. Yes, sir. Well, brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I leave you as I came in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Enjoying the show? Help keep us on the air. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033 to make a donation.
Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent and merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent and merciful. So, Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, the alone that we serve and the alone beseech for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou spell thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none deserve to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.